Hey everyone, how you going? It's Adrenaline7 here, and we're trying out XCOM 2 with the Long War mod installed. So we're about to start a new mission soon. I just wanted to show you what some of the things we've got going. So still got 22 days worth of research, going into the map here just to see what's going on, and we're basically just, yeah, as you can see, we've got 200% for I can't see what that is. What is it? Is that extraction for VIP? Or is that a separate thing? I can't see from here. Anyway, so I decided to open, to expand the horizons and so expand the networking to Western Europe as well. So here we got, okay, so yeah, rescue resistance contacts. It's still extremely low. They've got 200% infiltration on it. So this is how it all works out. Once again, I'm doing a voiceover because trying to record vocals at the same time as this. With XCOM 2, it doesn't seem to work very well. I don't know whether it's because I'm switching windows or whatnot. It just doesn't work. So this is Operation Hell Giant. So let's see how this works. Yep, so these guys are here. Okay, so this is a jailbreak. So this is where you have to get resistance members and break them out of, basically break them out of confined areas under surveillance and evacuate them. All right. So that's where I need to go. That's where they're being held. And there's actually 3 of them in there. So that's going to make it a bit interesting. And not only that, I have to escort them to an evac zone, which has already been pre-located. So squad concealment's going on, and unfortunately there's a huge lag behind with the audio and visual. So yeah, visuals are happening way before the audio's going with it. That's just the way the program's working at the moment for me. So the whole point of what I'm trying to do here is I'm actually trying to get, I use my Shinobi to scout a fair bit, which is one thing. And here we go, we've already scouted a couple of enemies. So we've got a sectoid and we've got 2 advent. One looks like a commander, the other one looks like some sort of technician, or just a trooper of some sort. Okay, so he just stays there, and what I try and do from here, once I finally decide to hunker down, what I try and do here, I set everyone up. Alright. Now, I haven't actually tried this particular mission, I don't remember doing this particular map when I was playing the game originally, like the first time I played this game, so I wasn't too sure how this map was going to look like. But it is interesting, and I'll probably show you why in the next video, which I've actually recorded from there. So I was trying to set my sniper up in the corner, just so he's got a good vantage point. I'm going to bring all these guys down, and get them all working around that way. Well, anyway, so one thing I've noticed with a lot of these infiltration missions is that, you get them all maxed, once you max out the time on it, max out the infiltration, it significantly drops the number of enemies. So instead of doing 129 like I have done previously, which was a really stupid move to do, it drops down to less than 10, usually 8 or 9, mostly 9, and that makes it so much more easier to actually sort out, which is really, really good. It was really good for me. So here we go, that's what the aliens are doing. They're basically just patrolling and circling around the building, going in and out. So what I try and do here, as you can see the skip there, I actually move everyone onto the next building on top there. I'm using that as a vantage point. And same with this sniper, he's not going to do anything there, so I've ended up just moving him upwards to this building as well. So he's got a better vantage point, and he can see more of the map, and he can access different places as well. And there's still 2 little guys down there. So there was a few enemies going around. There's some enemies in the I guess how it is, because it's an isometric view, I'm guessing the top left is going to be north and the top right is going to be east. So there's a couple of enemies on the east side. I think there's a couple of enemies on the north side as well, not to mention the enemies underneath in that building there. Now I'm trying to get everyone on top, because there are actually a couple of enemies that are circling around this building. Yeah, there they go. So there's the sectoid, and there were the advent troopers before. They were the ones who were going through the building. So basically what I'm trying to do here, as you can see with the time skip, or the video cutting, I'm setting everyone up because I'm going to set up a proper ambush, which is going to be really, really interesting to sort out, and really wanting to show how it was working. So they go down to that side of the map, those enemies, and they're going to work their way backwards. Alright. Here we go. I've had to bring the Shinobi back up as well because I got him to do some extra scouting. So I think, is this where we go about it? No, not quite yet. I think I'd get them to move one more time. So a lot of the time I spent doing this, and this was the reason why I kept half of the the mods for the, you know, extending mission timers, not to mention the fact that once you're in conceal, like using a mod where when you're in concealment, the mission timer doesn't actually go until you get spotted. Okay, so as you can see here, I've set up a pretty decent ambush, but I don't think they get attacked quite yet. I don't think I attack them yet. I think I just wait a little bit more, so I'm just trying to decide here what's going on. I got James Woods here. He's gonna fix them up. I don't think he does anything, honestly. Looks like I'm just wasting time. I think I just hunkered down for a while. Oh, that's right, I get my Shinobi out once more to scout a bit more. Man, what was I thinking here? Oh, well. So we're going through, yeah, basically just going here, just trying to find some extra people. I think they show up now. Yeah, there we go. There's the extra ones. So another sectoid. There's usually, like in these small missions here, there's usually about 2, possibly 3 sectoids. So everyone hunkers down now, because I'm not ready, and I'm not in ample position to get those guys. Okay, so I believe they actually try and go back around. Or is this the mission where the Shinobi goes right in their faces and, oh, there we go, there's a time skip here. Yeah, I think this might be the mission where the Shinobi gets right in their faces and actually ends up, you know, almost getting wiped out. It's a possibility. I remember doing a mission like that, but I don't know how it worked. So this is the, I believe this is the actual ambush itself. I think this is where I'm getting ready to do things. Okay, so these aliens are going to move over. They're going to the east side, because that's where I've designated coordinates. And this is where we go. So this is the actual mission itself. This is where I start off and start attacking everyone. Once I finally decide what's going on, I think... Yeah, I get him down. I get the Shinobi down there first. And then I think I put him down there so I can get into a good overwatch position.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Wait, is that my Shinobi? No, that's not my Shinobi. That's a Ranger, isn't it? Oh, they all do the same thing anyway. Well, mostly the same thing. I believe I get that person to go down. Yeah. Have to admit, this is probably one of the most successful ambushes I've actually set up. It's just a matter of I just need to get everyone down. Okay, so he goes around there. He's getting ready to go. He's got shots for all them. Where's this guy going? I think this guy goes down to there.
I'm on the move.
That's right. Okay. So I think these guys are ready to go. I think we're all good. Okay, so just... Oh, that's right, yeah, he's got access to all that. He's got those guys in his view. So, do those guys hunker down once more, or does he throw a grenade? I can't remember. It's really hard to tell. I have to admit, though, as much as, like, these missions have been usually take me about 40-45 minutes to do, so the fact that it's only been about, 9 minutes now, with all the video cuts and everything like that, you can see how it takes me a good 15 minutes to set up and then half an hour to chase everyone down and get rid of them all and stuff like that. So here we go. This is where the big one goes. Oh no! I have to move him to the center first. That's right. So he moved... What are you doing? No, you can't access there. Fool. God, I take forever making turns. Jeez. Watching the playback of this makes me realize I'm a pretty indecisive person. Like, I don't know what I want to do. I can't make up my mind. I mean, it should be self-explanatory that I need to go to, like, that square I just landed on, but it took me that long to do it. Okay, so this is where we decide to go. All right, it's time to go. Okay, so once I get a good angle, and then we throw the grenade, and this starts it off. Oh my god, just get on with it. Oh, I just realized I'm a very, very frustrating person. Oh, that's right. Do I put everyone on Overwatch first, and then I throw the grenade?
To Overwatch. Launching.
There we go. Okay, that makes much more sense. Okay, now it's time for you to throw that grenade. And there we go. Here we go. Now, here we go. Finally getting the start of the match. So, bang. It's a shame, because, you know, usually those grenades do pretty well, but unfortunately, one of those guys still survived. But as he runs, bang, 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 bang. Oh, he misses. Oh, no, he gets him. And he gets that one. And he gets that one. So wicked, I ended up shooting all three in just the one turn. How wicked is that? That is awesome. I was really happy about that one. Then these guys start moving around everywhere. Ah. Okay, so he comes in. And he resurrects one of these guys. I'm just trying to remember, how do I deal with him? Do I just go over and swipe him? I can't remember, but whatever it is, we're doing pretty well. So yeah, this isn't particularly a hard mission to do, especially because it's one of the earlier ones. Okay. Oh well. Anyway, so as I was playing this, you know, we've got different types of, you know, I wanted to get this guy in particular to get, you know, I was hoping he would have some elevation bonuses and stuff like that, but it's really hard. You know, a lot of the times he's missing and stuff like that. I do pull off some pretty decent shots, but I think that's in the next mission, which you'll probably see soon. Oh, well, kind of makes me think, you know, how would things really work out if there really was an alien invasion? I mean, you know, it's something that you don't really think about. You know, you look at all the movies and you're like, oh, how could they do that, or why would that happen and stuff like that. Which reminds me, it's been a very, very long time since I ended up watching things like Independence Day and stuff like that. I remember back in the day, that was a huge movie. That was a huge movie with is it I think it was Bill Pullman who was in that one. I get mixed up between Paxton and Pullman, but I'm pretty sure that it was Pullman. Anyway, with Jeff Goldblum, who's one of my favorite actors, and then there's Will Smith as well, who was in that one. Yeah, not a bad movie back in the day, but you know, ask me to watch it now. Oh, that's right, he gets wiped out because of the psycho link between them, the psychokinetic link. Or the telekinetic link, whatever it is. Yeah, there was no way I was going to hit him, but I had nothing else better to do.
That is not good.
Oh well. So I think I wanted to try and get him because he was on Overwatch. Now my Shinobi is going to get in a little bit closer because he's still concealed, and that's one thing I'll do like about these Rangers and Shinobis. I keep calling him my Shinobi, but I think he's my Ranger. I need to have a look at that symbol down where his name is, because if it's a symbol with a wolf and a knife, then yes, it's the Shinobi. But if it's another type of symbol, which I can't remember exactly what it is, that one is going to be a bit troublesome. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So all I needed to do was just get him to go... Are you going to go left? No, you're going to shoot from there. I would have brought him in. I was thinking about bringing him in closer, didn't I? Okay. Now, is he on Overwatch? Yeah, he is on Overwatch, so I'm just trying to think of what I do. Do I end up blowing him up? Yep. Why do I have an Indian who sounds Scottish? That's what I want to know. That's the one thing I hate about the language pack that I downloaded. It doesn't make sense. Oh, and then this guy flanks him, which is, you know, good timing, you know, good strategy for me. Man, critical 6, I mean, you can't get that with base weapons. You can't do that normally. Ah, well. Still going along, and then hopefully, oh, because he's, oh no, he's still undercover, so he's not going to get hit. Oh, he does get hit. Man, for somebody who got grazed, he sure got wiped out. Now there is another enemy around here. I'm just trying to remember exactly where. Okay, so I was taking a chance here. I do admit I was taking a chance here. I didn't know whether there was going to be more enemies coming out, but I wanted to grab all the loot that I could. I mean, I got an ilium, not an ilium. What was it? An Alarium core or something like that? I can't remember what it's called. Okay, so I was trying to figure out why it was still there. Why those alarm tiles were still there. I honestly could not figure it out. Which is interesting because the next turn, they go away. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I could go. And that's another thing as well. The loot says it's there, yet you see that flashing thing on the ground, and it disappears. Like, I had to go all the way there to pick it up? Dude, I could have just picked it up along the way. Oh, man. Oh, well. Yeah, I have to admit, like, I'm really trying to employ the whole... like using grenades first before, you know, to weaken the enemy down. Sometimes if I know I can wipe them out, because this game does get a bit hard at times. If I can wipe them out with a grenade, generally I will, because I'm not too fussed about the loot or anything like that. Like, you know, this was the same mentality I think I talked about last time. There's no point trying to do all this fancy stuff and trying to get all these, you know, all this different equipment and everything like that if you're not going to be able to, if you're not going to focus on killing any of the enemies, any of the aliens. Because if you don't kill them, they're going to kill you, and they're going to kill you quick, which means you're going to be losing people faster than you're going to be recruiting. So yeah, as much as the resources are good, as long as the loot's all right, it doesn't really work too well. So the shinobi goes in. I was trying to find everyone. Obviously, can't find anyone as of yet. So where do I go from here? I think, oh yeah, that's right. Because they're there, I think I just end up hiding in the corner for now.
Moving out.
Okay. So there's definitely aliens still around. You can still hear it, even though the turn was quick. You could still hear it. You still know that there's enemies around. So this was something that I okay, fair enough. This was something that I had to learn as well. That I didn't realize that even if you're still in. So even if you're still in concealment, if you try and access something, if you're trying to hook something, yeah, you get revealed. And that's an issue. Okay. So, extract all units, as you can see. So I've got 16 turns to... Oh, I've got 16 more turns to get everyone out of there. So these guys run out. They hide behind there. Get the rest of them, they hide out as well. Now I'm just trying to think of where the enemies show up from, because they know I'm there now and they know that the door's been opened. I think they come out guns blazing soon. So yeah, like I said, this wasn't a hard mission. It had to be slow, it had to be methodical. We had to think about where to go because, you know, like I said, I'm not used to this map. So you know, usually with these XCOM games, you play them enough, they tend to keep recycling the maps. Like XCOM Enemy Unknown was big on that. They used a lot of the same maps. Sure, you know, you started in different positions, especially when you got the expansion pack, the Enemy Within. They actually started you on different points of the map, but the map itself was the same. Here, it's procedurally generated, so, you know, they'll have some elements that stay together, but you know, every time you check out the, every time you go on a map, it's always going to be different from the next. Which you will probably notice in the next video, because in that video, I believe it's actually a very similar map. I start in the same place. I've got the same I've almost got the same buildings around, but there are some big differences between the two, but they do have the similarities. And it's, like I said, that's probably something that you'll notice next time. So here they go. The enemies come out now. They finally see us. They end up going straight through the door. They don't even open it up. He gets hit, which is great, even though it was only for 2. No, it did not do much at all. That's what happens when you graze people. So lucky enough, I can go over to... Nah. Oh, I was debating on whether to actually fletch him or not, you know. But I don't think I ended up doing that. So where do I go from here? He's... Yeah, he's behind half cover, but... Oh, is he? Well, whatever it was, he got grazed anyway, so that didn't end up happening. I could have killed him in one shot, but no, didn't want to do that. And that's perfectly fine with me, because I know that I'm going to get these guys. So, where do I end up taking this guy? Getting him closer. Do I end up throwing a grenade? Because I know I got a couple with this guy. It's really hard to remember what happens in these videos, because, you know, this was recorded a couple of days ago. Right now, as of this voiceover, it's the 2nd of July, so the new financial year's kicked in as well, which means that it's tax time coming up soon, which means that I'm not going to get any of it back, because I have, what, 20 grand left to pay on my hex debts, which sucks, but, you know, that's what bloody, you know, what was it, 8 years of university does for you. Granted, not all of that was full-time. It was 6 years full-time, cumulative, and it was 2 years part-time as well. So, yeah, it made things a little bit harder from there. I'll talk more about that in another video. Maybe the next one. I might do a voiceover for that. We might talk about that next time. But here, we don't really have too much more to do. I'm just trying to find a particular place where I can actually go over and just give him a swipe. So what do I do here? Oh, that's right, I ran out of grenades. I was going to blow him up because I knew I'd be able to, get him if that's the case. I mean, yeah, there was no way I was going to get him with 29% hit chance. Nah, just doesn't work that way. So he's still going. So I think I'm trying to move. Oh, that's, yeah, I've still got my, I've still got the ranger to come in. So he comes around. I think I try and hit him. I was going to throw a grenade again. Once again, can't reach him. And I don't have a run and gun ability for this guy, so I'm just going to try and shoot him from here. Obviously misses, because, you know, you can't do that with a submachine gun anyway. It just doesn't work. Oh well. Of course you're going to need to reload. You shoot like a maniac and you're not doing very well. So I think with the VIPs, I'm just basically moving them to, you know, get them out of the way. And get them to hunker down as well. Make sure they've got boosted defense. Which is always a good move. I've like, in this game, I hunker down a hell of a lot more now. I never really did that in the old XCOM, so I just put everyone on Overwatch and just tried to shoot as much as I could. Not the best viable option, especially, you know, I made a lot of mistakes, hence the whole safe scumming stuff that I used to do. But nah, for this game, obviously, because I'm trying to, that's going to make it a bit harder. Because I've tried to implement a whole... Oh, that's right, I just wiped this guy out in one hit now. Or do I disorientate him first? I can't remember. I think I disorientate him first. Anyway. Crap, I forgot what I was talking about. I honestly forgot what I was talking about. I was literally just saying it then. Oh, I hate that. Oh, obviously my mind's not focused on things. Bloody sucks that way. Oh well. So yes, oh that's right, I was talking about save scumming. Yeah, in the first XCOM I used to save scum, like, and because I put the random seed thing on, it didn't really work. Oh, that's right, yeah, I shot him with my sniper. And it was a 22% chance hit, and he completely wiped him. And the only reason I got my sniper to do that was because I didn't want to get, I didn't want to have a reaction shot against me when I was going to slice him open. But I was happy about that. I mean, what worked, it worked. And as you can see, I've cut here, and I'm actually getting all of my VIPs to the extraction zone, the evac zone. So these reinforcements that are imminent in terms of coming, nah, they never end up showing. So there we go. We've got our contacts. They're all going up. I'm getting all of my XCOM guys out there as well. So yeah, they all end up getting in here anyway. So it's just a matter of just, you know, take your turn, all go up, all go in.
VIP secured. In position for evac. We've secured a
Yeah,
civilian.
and one thing, like, to make things a lot easier while these guys are moving, if you press, like, if you can actually press tab to change characters as well, as to save you time. So you can have, like, you know, potentially you could have like 4 to 6 characters moving all at the same time, providing that you're really quick in where you want them to go and actually select what tiles you want them to go on.
Understood.
Speaking of tile selection for movements and stuff like that, I'm actually quite interested in the South Park game that's supposedly coming out at the end of the year. Which anyone is going to be next year. Oh well, anyway, mission complete. So this was awesome. I mean, flawless. I mean, look at that. So jailbreak, we got civilians. It took 17 turns. We got 9 kills, no wounded, no soldiers wounded or killed. You couldn't ask for a better mission than that. Honestly couldn't. And granted, some of you might be saying, oh, but you've got extra mods that make it easier. Guess what? It's a bloody hard game. Get over it. I mean, look at that bald guy. He's happy about it. What, you gonna tell him? Are you going to say to him, nah, man, your job's not worth it, you know, you didn't do such a good job. Yeah, I'd like to see how you go with that. Oh, well. Anyway, so this is where we end up trying to promote everyone, so he becomes a grenadier now, especially because he ended up throwing, like, a bunch of grenades and killing some people. A sharpshooter. Oh, he becomes my new sharpshooter, so that's awesome. I could always do more sharpshooters. So what do I choose here? We've got biggest boom, what was that? Fortify and Napalm X. What do I end up doing? Well, I think it was... I don't know which one it is. I think I go with Napalm. Oh, no, I went with Fortify because I want this guy to be more of a defensive technical. I mean, he's already got suppression. So I think I tried to follow that. So it's just a matter of, do I make his explosions bigger or do I make him become more of a support? And I think I'm focused on him becoming a support instead. Well. So that's Teardrop. He now has a, nickname, a code name. And what have we got here? Death from Above or Snapshot? I believe I went with Snapshot for this one because Snapshot was wicked in the first one. Although I have heard, or I did hear that Snapshot had actually got nerfed in a way for this particular game. It's not as, it wasn't as good as what it was in the first XCOM. Or the XCOM reboot, however you want to call it, whatever it is, have at it. Yes, I'm just trying to decide on the two, and, you know, technically, like, when I was recording this, I was thinking, like, oh, I want to talk about all that stuff down there, I'm going to go through and talk about what each ability does, but at the same time, I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at a 24-inch screen, but when I'm looking at this video, I'm recording the voice while watching the video as well, so I can make sure of what's going on. And I can barely see anything because the screen itself is probably about, oh god, how much is it? We're looking at about 25 centimeters or something like that. 25 centimeter screen from corner to corner. Oh, and here we go. Now it tells me I've got low intel, and it also tells me I've got like low supplies and everything like that. I mean, granted, of course I've got low intel because I've been trying to access more areas and missions and stuff. But I need to be a bit more careful when it comes to infiltration because even though it costs another 25, it costs 25 intel to upgrade your infiltration and give it a bit of a boost, but I need to be wary of the mission timers as well, like how many days it takes, because obviously the shorter the day, the intel has to be boosted, but if it's a long turnaround period, then that sort of stuff, I can actually wait for it. So you know, I can do it without having the boost with intel. So here I'm just checking out what availabilities I have for the Guerrilla School because it has actually been finished. So I wanted to try and check that out, but it makes things a bit harder when I don't have any engineers. It makes things a bit harder when I don't have scientists or anything like that. But I think we end up getting them in the next video anyway. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing. We're just checking all that stuff out. Well, once I actually get enough people, we're going to try some, you know, get some alien debris going. Or get it gone, more specifically.
It's well underway, but it will be some time yet before my research is complete.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I really don't care, Tigan.
What can I do for you, Commander?
Okay. Wow, that really...
Creaking down by the aft lift yesterday. I just
Wow, the audio is so far behind. I just didn't realize that. Alright, in any case, I want to leave it there. So guys, thanks very much, and we will see you next time. So long.